so much for joining me. I really appreciate the presence of each and every one of you, and I'm very enthusiastic about each and every action coming from your side. Once you're here, let me know. Ask any questions you have. If you are a regular, drive the conversation in a direction you would prefer. I'll start by the galaxies that shouldn't exist. That was actually one of the subjects and topics that I had on my bucket lists to address and add in this channel. Cool models to easily explain a life evolving crisis where some specific claims have since been resolved. For example, a May 2026 paper explains the impossible galaxies via a reionization expected it to confirm decades of careful modeling about how the earliest galaxies formed. Instead, almost immediately, it started finding galaxies that shouldn't have been there at all. Too big, too bright, too numerous for their supposed age, sitting less than a billion years after the Big Bang. Simply more massive and significantly more numerous than that framework predicted for their observed distance and therefore or age. The immediate handle of the headline grabbing interpretation. Maybe the standard model itself was wrong. A substantial piece of this puzzle received a gene-specific combination among many equally consistent with the data. Properly accounting for this the authors found the specific crisis threshold researchers had proposed could be statistically excluded with high confidence. A resolution through better from the collision itself. Standard expectations held that galaxies this early should be small, isolated, and not interacting in complex multi-galaxy mergers. Finding a genuine ongoing five-way collision at this cosmic age means, in the researcher's own words, that today a large, apparently massive galaxy that appears settled and non-rotating this early doesn't fit cleanly into that expected developmental sequence. Possible galaxies question gets resolved because the process is not sufficient grounds to throw out a well-established framework. The actual revision process involves competing research groups publishing independent analysis, often using different statistical assumptions or additional data. Spectrum is many early bright galaxies as a standard model. Even correctly calibrated predictive facts. Their leading explanations active investigation involved early universe stars forming unusually rapidly in short. Intense bursts rather than the smoother, more gradual star formation. Standard ta- Tacchella offers a more precise framing than the crisis language that dominated early headlines. What JWST has actually exposed is the limitation of simplified assumptions long used to model early galaxy and black hole growth. Not a fundamental flaw, starting startling anomaly. A wave of competing explanations suggest partial resolution and new anomalies immediately taking its place. That is not a field in crisis, that's field working exactly as it should.